So hey y'all, it's G with Shea-Mergency, and a lot of people always ask what it takes to start a skincare company and where do you get your products and how do you go about all that. So this video is to assist you with places that you can get your startup products and then your future bulk products from here on out. I don't know all of them, but I will tell you the ones that I mainly use. And you have to do your research on your own for what works better for you or what doesn't, what's cheaper for you. You always want to keep in mind that shipping is a big deal. So if you live somewhere where those places that I'm going to name is close, then you have lucked up. You can just go pick it up and no shipping. If you live somewhere that it's far, you have to calculate whether or not it's worth your buck, because sometimes it is worth your buck if it's a cheaper product. And you can, even though the shipping might be a little hefty, you still might come out a little cheaper than some of the other places with just what their normal price is for that product minus the shipping. Some of them have no shipping, but so let's go through them real quick. And the very first one that I became hip to was Wholesale Supplies Plus. Wholesale Supplies Plus is in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Independence, I believe, Ohio. And it used to have a spot in there where you can actually go in and test the fragrances and look at the products and pick them up. You could just shop like a retail store. That's once COVID happened, that's no longer. So you can just get everything shipped. I live in Ohio, so it was like the best trip ever because it was the beginning of my journey as a skincare formulator, and it was so much fun. It just was like, I felt like I was in the kitchen whipping. They used to have, counters and everything where you can, formulate very, very small things, but it was just beautiful. And if everybody that goes to Wholesale Supplies Plus has met Susie, she is the best. Like, absolutely love Sue. So that's Wholesale Supplies Plus. There is no shipping if you order over $25. I always end up paying way more than $25, so it's always free. But yeah, so that's Wholesale Supplies Plus. They literally have everything you can imagine that you need. Soap supplies. I think they even have candle supplies now. They definitely have all of the skincare things that you'll need: the bases, the butters. If you use bases, butters, you can start out with bases. That's one thing I want to say. You can start out with bases. I don't think I started out with, I didn't start out with any bases, but you can start where you are. Start where you are and then learn as you go. Nevertheless, they have bases. They have soaps, so you can do hot process soap. They have all of the supplies for cold process soaps. They have butters, oils, colors, glitter, jojoba beads, jars, containers, plastic and glass, fragrances. They got everything you can think of. If you are stuck in a rut and you are trying to find something, wholesalesupplisplus.com. Go there, make sure you have an account at all times, and you can always get something from them. One of the other companies that I use as far as ingredients is Soaper's Choice. Soaper's Choice is really, really geared towards Soaper's Choice. So you can get all your butters and oils and things from there. I love Soaper's Choice. Another place that you can go is Nature's Gardens. They do have supplies. I don't get a lot of butters from them, but I do get not all of my fragrances, but a lot of my fragrances. I love Fragrance Day. So every time I order, I always order 5 to 10, sometimes even 20 small samples, right, of their fragrances. And it's just like the best day ever because I love fragrances. And I always overbuy because you never know when you're going to need it. And it always comes in clutch, literally every time. I remember when I was at Wholesale Supplies Plus one time, Sue said, she wouldn't let me buy any more fragrances the one day. I always overbuy. That's how much I overbuy fragrances, but I love them. I just love fragrances. When you are formulating skincare products, you want to make sure you look at what I'm going to call it, the Medical Safety Data Sheet, MSDS, because that's what you call it in nursing. But I don't know if it's an MSDS. Is it IFRA? I don't know. But anyway, the regulation sheet that shows you, and it's right on every single product on these sites. They all have it. You just look for the IFRA, I think it's IFRA. You look for that, and those documents will show you that this fragrance can be used in, and it will list every single thing that it can be used in and what percentage it could be used in. So I'm gonna tell on myself when I first started cherry almond. I was using cherry almond. I love the scent of cherry almond. It was the best. And a customer way like 7 years ago, but a customer was like, they had experienced some burning behind a product, and I end up talking to Susie. That's why I say start where you are at wholesale, because I used to always go in wholesale. And she said, you do know that, and she hit me to IFRA, you know, the guide and the regulations. And I was like, oh, so I was using the cherry almond in a product that wasn't, that was, and on the listing, it was like 0%. You weren't supposed to use that in that product. So I told on myself, so that you can learn, don't do that. Look at the IFRA, IFRA list so that you can know exactly how much and what percentage you can use in whatever formulation you're making. Okay? All right. Don't make my mistake. I felt so bad. I still feel bad about it. Like I'm about to put another package together for that same customer. I remember who it was and everything. I don't always remember my customers, you know. Can't do that. I mean, it just don't stick. But that one stuck, right? So anyway, from 7 years ago. Nevertheless, I will never do it. I've always paid attention from then on. So that's that. Make sure you pay attention to how much fragrance you can use in each product that you make. Okay. So I've given you Wholesale Supplies Plus, Soper's Choice, Nature's Gardens. Another one is J. Edwards. I always call him Jedwards because it's spelled J-E-D, Jed Words. It just helps me remember it. International. And they have bulk butters, bulk everything. When I tell you I love Jedwards or J. Edwards, however you want to say it. I absolutely love this company. I think it's in Michigan. So for me, I'm in Ohio. The shipping is hefty, but you can get everything there, like everything there. And it's at a great cost. And I like the quality of their products. It's pretty darn good, right? I love them actually. So you can get salts there. You can get a lot of food items there, like coffee and what's the name of that? Erythritol sugar. You can get powders. You can get waxes. You can get soap supplies. You can get kind of everything at Jedwards. I love it. I just love it. And they put in, like, when you order, if you have like notes, one thing I can say, if you put in notes for things that you are of concern to you, they will address them. I love that, because some of these companies, the customer service is lacking. I'll say it that way. But Jedward's great. I love them. I love them. Bulk Apothecary. They have butters, oils, salts, soap supplies. They are also in Ohio, so I sometimes just take powders, bentonite clays. They have the clays. They have everything. So they're great. I love Bulk Apothecary, and I always go and pick my stuff up. It's a beautiful ride. I love riding to pick up my supplies. Another one is Lotion Crafters. They have a lot of products that help you formulate. They are, I'm gonna say in Washington. I like them. They're I love it. I love Integra's companies. Like, they sent me a refund off of something I didn't even know I needed a refund for. That's dope. I like that. I like Integrity. So that's Lotion Crafters. You can find some pretty nifty things there too to help formulate, you know, especially your creams and stuff, or just kind of anything. Lotion Crafters, check them out. There is another one. It's in North Carolina. Oh my gosh, it just blanked. It's a great one. It's a great one though. If I remember, I'll come back, or if I remember after the video, I'll just stick it in the caption. So I said Lotion Crafters. You do colors. Mad Micas is a great company. Oh, okay. Let's go to containers. And if I can remember those other two I was thinking about for, making cosmetics. That's one for, your ingredients, preservatives, butters, oils, all that type of stuff. Let's see. So if you want to do containers, some people do Amazon. I don't do Amazon because as a skincare company, you want to be consistent. Because if you do something and then the next month it's totally different for the customer, when the customer's like, you can know what's in there and it's amazing, but it's the same amazing product. But the customer, they're looking for the package. They're looking for that exact same package that they bought. No, it's that one I bought last time, right? So you want to be consistent with your packaging. And I don't know if you can really be consistent with Amazon packaging all the time. Like, it could not be available. But when you deal with companies that actually produce and manufacture these certain products, it's always going to be available, non-fail, right? So the packaging people that I do use, and like I said, it really, really depends on shipping, because I do glass packaging because of phthalates. I don't want any phthalates in my products. So I might be saying that wrong, but whatever. But I do glass, and glass is heavy. So honey, sometimes I have to manipulate betwixt companies. And you also want to, this is another pin. If you use glass products, you got to be careful with the closure, because the closure could be different sizes. It could be the exact same size volume jar, but it'll have a different closure, right? So say you're using it for butters, and then one is used for candle making, so they have a tin or a metal closure. Therefore, it doesn't close with the plastic ones and plastic lids. So you want to make sure that you're keeping that in mind and just keep some uniformity when it comes to your packaging. Packaging is a whole other video that used to drive me. So I kind of got a grasp on it now, but it's still, you got to pay attention to your packaging. So the packaging companies are Wholesale Supplies Plus. They do offer packaging, jars, plastic, and glass, and they offer the closures, the lids to them. Container and packaging. I get a lot of stuff from them. Berlin, I was about to say Boston. Berlin packaging. I get stuff from them. Those are three that can definitely get you started and keep you going, right? So like I said, uniformity. Keep your packaging uniform. And yeah, you can get everything you need. Shrink wrap. Oh, one more thing, labeling. Some people use Avery. I choose to use online labels, and I design off of their site too, off of their designer site, which is called Maestro. But online labels has every size, and they even can do custom sizes for your packages. It's a large company. Their shipping is amazing. It'd be right there, right on time. And I'm telling you, I just love online labels. Like, I love it. They have everything you need whenever you need it at all times. And that is so important. If you have, a big order and it wipes you out, because I'm a small company, so sometimes you get wiped out. You can just order, exactly what you need to order. They are going to have it and they're going to get it to you immediately. I love it. I love online labels. If you order things that are not as universal, as far as the sizes and stuff, then you can find yourself in a pickle if you have a certain size container and then that label that you're using is too big or too small. So I don't like dealing with companies. Nothing against the companies, don't get me wrong. I just don't like dealing with companies that aren't large enough to handle what you need at all times, right? Consistency. So online labels can handle it. They always have the labels that I need. They have craft labels. They have gloss labels. They have weatherproof, which are waterproof labels. They have every type of label that you need. They have different colored labels. You can buy one sheet, you can buy you can buy several sheets, you can buy rolls. Of course, when you buy a bigger bulk, it's cheaper. I just love online labels. You can buy Avery if you like. Totally up to you. It's just, I just don't. I like online. So those are the things that I wanted to give to you today. I have so many other tips that I want to share, but I want to make it strictly, geared towards supplies that you'll need to start formulating and to continue formulating. If you have any other questions, you could just stick them in the comments. I'll try to answer them in the best way I can. It's a one-man show over here, so I may not be able to get to them as much as I would like. I want to encourage you to like and subscribe, because G is going to be putting out content for you to learn from, especially on Fridays. It's going to be Formulator Fridays, as much as I possibly can, because getting started and being consistent with your business is challenging. It is challenging. And if you have any other tips and hints that you might want to hit me to, especially when it comes to hiring employees, do that. But anyway, that's all, y'all. Like I said, this is G with Shea-Mergency. We love the skin you're in. Start your day the Shea-Mergency way, and deuces.